excited about it. Hey, great Friday morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery coming to you live one last time from Phoenix, Arizona. I'll be flying back home today. Can't wait to get home and see my lovely family and just be there to be able to get things moving along, working on other projects. But anyway, we are in this morning for our 15 minutes to mastery, 15 minutes of just information, thoughts, words, and just an inspiration and motivation to get your day going off right. And today we're talking about belief. We've talked about this in the past, but we will never stop talking about belief. And the reason I'm bringing up belief is because last night I was on our Bible study we have for our church back home, and that's the topic that we were talking about with belief in your faith. But now it also applies to business and our level of belief within the business. And the quote for today, you may wonder, well, how does that apply to belief? But it does. Check this out. So today I'm bringing you this word here. It says, don't limit your challenges, challenge your limits. Don't limit your challenges, challenge your limits. We all get to a certain point where we may start to think, right, that there are certain things that we can't accomplish. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a graphic designer. I'm not a web developer. And so when I first started this business, those are some of the things that I thought, man, how am I even going to deal with these things? I don't know how to do them. Those are limits, right? That we have, because those are not our areas of expertise. Our levels of mastery are not areas. And you may be thinking that those are your limits that you set for yourself. However, the second part of this says, challenge your limits. Okay. Don't limit your challenges, challenge your limits. In other words, when I got started with this business, right, I could have said, well, I don't do graphic design. I've never done video editing. I don't, I'm not an accountant. I don't know about creating marketing campaigns on a. So I was limiting my challenges, right, going into it. But I knew that I had to attack those, and I knew that I had to know, because I didn't have the money to pay somebody to get it done. So I started doing it and started learning it more and more. And so I started then to challenge my limits. I was first limiting my challenges because I was thinking, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this done. And then as you start to do those things that you're not challenge your limits, and you know what happens? You end up growing. You end up getting better. And when you end up growing and you end up getting better, you know what else gets better? You know what else grows? Your level of belief in yourself. Your level of belief in yourself and your ability starts to grow. You start to increase in belief in you. And that's the most important belief that you can have. You must believe in yourself, because without belief in yourself, you will never accomplish the things that you could potentially accomplish, whether it's in business, whether it's in manufactured home sales, or whether it's in life. How many times do you limit the things that you do because that's not your area of expertise within your own family life, your relationships, your friendships, your everything that you've got going on outside of work, outside of your business? But if you start to look at those things and start to challenge those limits, you start putting in the work to grow, you start doing what it needs to be done in order to make progress in those things. You may not master them. All right. I am not going to sit here in front of you and say, okay, I'm almost a year into this business and I'm a master web developer. I'm a master graphic designer. I'm a master copywriter. I'm not, but I'm a whole lot better than I was 10 months ago. And because of that, I've got a little more belief in myself and what I can get accomplished because of that growth and me challenging my limits. So it's very important that we continue to challenge our limits, because it grows our belief in ourselves. And what happens with that, as you grow your belief, you start to expand, you start to not just grow, but you start to succeed on a different level. And that's what we're after. And we all need that. Think of in manufactured home sales, think about how much you get beat up each and every day, and how many things there are that go along with this business that could challenge you. The financing, right? The marketing, how to respond to the marketing, how to deal with the customer when they're in the house, the feature benefiting, closing, overcoming objections, pushing the file work, getting them delivered then after the fact. And what do you do after that? And how can you maintain referrals? There's so much to this business. Oh, and not to mention the customers that you did have that are constantly calling you to deal with other things that they've got going on. You are constantly challenged in this industry. And if you run from those challenges, you will never grow. To the fire, as they say, you've got to take those things head on so that you can get better. And if you do that, you're going to increase your level of belief in yourself because, man, I got that done. Man, I was able to get this done. I was able to figure this out. I was able to get the answers for this. I was able to learn these things, and it grows your level of belief. And with that, folks, I want to show you something. For those of you on the live stream, Instagram, I'm sorry you're not going to be able to see this, but it's very, very impactful. Okay. What it is, folks, let me show you. There's something called, all right, the belief cycle. All right. And you can apply this to business. You can apply it to life. But here's what ends up happening. And I'm going to make sure I'm sharing it on the screen over here. Here we go. All right. With that belief cycle, what happens is your amount of belief that you have determines the amount of potential that you can tap into, right? The belief that I had that to be able to get at least some basic graphic design done, web developing and video editing and things of that nature, that determines the amount of potential that you have to tap into, how much work and effort I'm going to put into this, right? And then that potential then starts to determine the amount of action that I take. So as I figured out the potential I had, I started taking more action. I started editing videos for my social media, the podcast, right? And I started editing things. I started creating graphics for those things. I started creating graphics for the business. And right now, case in point, my wife started getting involved in our business a few months back, and she's handling that. She's developing some of the graphics that you see that we're posting, and her level of belief is growing. So when she gets to watch this, if she's not watching now, she'll be able to apply this to herself because her own level of belief has gone up by putting in the work, by challenging her limits, right? So potential determines the amount of action. Now that action that you take will then determine the results you get, right? If you don't put in action, if you don't put in work, you're not going to get any results. But when you do in all the action, because of the potential that you feel and the belief that you start with, after those results, okay, what ends up happening with the results? Now you start building your belief in yourself even more. And then what happens with that? You have more belief. So there's more potential. With more potential, there's more action, there's more results. And with more results, there's more belief. And with more belief, there's even more potential. There's even more action, and there's even more results. And that's how you continue to grow. That's how you continue to scale. That's how you continue to build. And that's what you're after. But it starts by challenging your limits. Challenge your limits. Do not stay stagnant. Do not feel that, man, I'm too old. Man, I've been this way too long. This is the way that I've always done it. Forget that. That's the stuff that keeps you stuck where you're at. And you may be stuck at a great place. You may be making a great amount of money. You may be having a great life, but there is always more. There's always more you can do. There's always more that you can improve. There's always more that you can help with. And so because of that responsibility, remember, we were given life to be able to grow it, not to keep to ourselves. So even if you're accomplishing at a high level, there's still more. There is still more. There is no ceiling, ladies and gentlemen. There is none. The ceiling only is that which we put upon ourselves. So instead of limiting your challenges, challenge your limits. And when you challenge your limits, you're going to then increase in belief. And when you increase in belief, you're going to increase in potential, in action, and results. And results is all that matters. So I hope that you guys have a great day. I hope that you get out there today and have the best Friday possible and just set up for a fantastic weekend. Make sure that you set yourself up for a great selling Saturday. You know that's what it's about tomorrow, baby. It's just about the sale. Get on out there and do the best that you possibly can so that you can accomplish those things. So as we leave here, okay, I'm gonna put those on the screen, okay, because I want you, to be able to increase in your level of belief. So what does it start with? One, it starts with your current belief in yourself. How much do you believe in yourself? Where is your level of belief? And if it's low, what's gone on? What's gone on that has kept it low? Okay. Then from there, the next thing with that level of belief, okay, now you've got to tap into your potential. And when you tap into your potential, okay, then what ends up happening is with that's number 2. There we go. When you tap into your potential, now you start to take action, right? And that potential leads to taking more and more action each and every time as you grow. And the last thing from there, that action leads to results. And results is all that matters. Results is all that matters. Results are all that matters in life and in business. That's it. Nothing else. Results. And that's why I take so much pride in what we do here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, because there's plenty of sales training companies out there that simply want to sell you a program and they're going to talk to you about it. They're going to teach you a little bit about it. And then they're going to send you on your way and, hey, you figure it out. You get it done, right? Or if even that, right? Now, don't get me wrong. We've got a thing you can download on our website for free, the 7 Steps to Success in Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. That's just to be able to give you a little bit of insight on what it takes to make it in this business. But all of our programs, whether it's on the consulting or on the sales training, are about results. We guarantee results. We're here for results. We put in work for results. We put in the work hand in hand with you to get the results. This is not a money grab. This is about making sure that you are improving, so that then you can help more and more people in your market. Because that's the mission of Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, to be able to help those families that are in your market so that you can provide them a better buying experience and they end up buying a home so that more people across the country are becoming homeowners. That's our mission. And our mission is executed through you and your level of belief, the amount of potential you put in, the action you take, and the results you get. It's all about the results, baby. I hope you guys have a great Friday. Get on out there. Prepare yourself, like I said, for Saturday. Don't forget, if you haven't noticed, we've got a immersion sales training class going on February 19th through the 23rd in San Antonio, Texas. I invite you to challenge yourself. Taking this class will be challenging. Going through this course will be challenging because it's unlike anything that you've done before in manufactured home sales. And you're going to walk away from this thing with a increased level of belief in yourself, in the business, and what you can get accomplished and the results that you're going to have because of this course. That is how strongly I feel about this course. And I believe in it because I've seen the results. I know the results and I knew them as we were developing because it's what's needed in order to be able to execute at a high level in the manufactured home industry. So DM me, reach out to us on the website so that we can talk to you and get you enrolled in the course. We've got payment plans available where it's only a couple $100 a month that you got to pay so that you can take your career, your life, and your business to a whole new level. February 19th through the 23rd, immersion sales training class in San Antonio, Texas. Go on, let's get together so that you can get signed up for that. Yes, it's a little over a week away. All right, time to go. Challenge your limits. And also get on our website, order our full house training cards. For those of you that can't make the class, at least get yourself those deck of cards and train on overcoming objections so that you can take your closing percentage to a whole new level with those. All right. You guys have a great Saturday. I'm just so excited for what we've got going on here throughout this this year is going to be fantastic. And I hope it's the same for you. Have a great Friday. And as always, I can't wait to meet you.